Hi, my world history friends. How you doing? Hanging in there. We are getting close to the end. We get to study some pretty fascinating, pretty recent stuff here. So I'm super excited about it. And it goes along with a theme that hopefully you've been realizing in world history, and that is revolutions can sometimes have unintended consequences. They are messy. They are unpredictable, right? So think about what we've learned about the French Revolution, the Haitian Revolution, Napoleon, right? The uprisings in Latin America. We see a lot of similarities to some of the things that are going to be happening here, and that you can't always predict the outcome. So we're going to start today talking about the event known as Arab Spring. Okay, and this begins in 2011. So I have a little background video. Start here. This really shows you how one vendor in Tunisia started this revolution that swept the Middle East and North Africa. And in general, Arab Spring, as it says here, takes its name from Prague Spring, the 1968 uprising in Czechoslovakia that we learned about during the Cold War. So the goal in Arab Spring of many of these countries was to get more freedom. All right. And they're going to push against some of these leaders like Hosni Mubarak in Egypt, like Bashar al Assad in Syria, who were not, and Muammar Gaddafi in Libya, who were not giving people freedom. And people are going to rise up. And it looked a lot like what we saw in 1989. Okay, folks. And so what we're going to see is some of these countries will have a successful revolution and start to get more freedom. And others will not. Remember, we saw that with Romania. Remember, we saw that with China in 1989. Theirs did not end well. So we're going to see that. So today you're going to dive into three. Okay. Now, each of these three has just a couple of questions, and this will take you to something. Might be a video, might be an article, but I swear these are very easy to answer using these links. We're going to give you 2 days to do this. You've got three countries. But be aware, especially with Libya, folks, this one is super violent. And I would not recommend clicking on the link that shows Gaddafi being killed. I mean, you can see it. This is the dangerous side of social media. So just be aware that, again, revolutions are violent, they are unpredictable. And that is very true in this case of Libya. Syria is going to be the one that we will spend a couple of days on, because Syria is probably a worst case scenario. So this really walks you through step by step what happened in Syria in 2011, how Bashar al-Assad, the leader, kind of like similar to Ceausescu in Romania, he refused to step down. It turned very violent. And this has just been a real tragedy in the past decade. I would say this has been one of the worst case scenarios. We've had a massive refugee crisis because of what has happened in Syria. The destabilization that happened here has led to the growth of ISIS, the Islamic State. We've got the rise of terrorist organizations. And this has really, unfortunately, as wars tend to do, also hurt civilians. So this is what we're going to do today and tomorrow. You're going to have 2 days to dive in, get a little understanding of what's happening in these three countries, and see how revolutions have, unfortunately, very unpredictable effects. And I want you to really think about that as we carry this into our next topic, which we're going to go more in depth on the refugee crisis. As always, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you. Talk to you soon.